Right to the air is Jackson. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On 2nd down, it's done. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. York able to send this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers out to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Rodgers to throw once more. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him. I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back. Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Walked incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Oh, Adams, what a grab. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On play action, now Rodgers. On the move to his left. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill. As time expires in the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Rodgers will try again on second down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Got a man, it's Brown. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They can...
Yeah, At my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.